Americans drink 400 million cups of coffee per day, and a big portion of those come in single-use plastic and paper cups. As we learned on our last episode with Starbucks, the coffee giant has publicly pledged to make their production chain more sustainable. So in this episode presented by Starbucks, I want to know, how can the coffee company cut down on the waste from their stores? To find out, I'll connect with Starbucks Chief Sustainability Officer Michael Kabori on the plans to reduce the company's waste, carbon emissions, and water use in the next decade.
By 2030, our goal is to reduce our carbon, water, and waste footprints each by half, by 50%.
I'm Lucy Biggers, and this is One Small Step. American consumers are on the go and used to the convenience of wasteful single use. Still, Starbucks knows things have to change, and the company is committed to cutting their landfill-bound waste in half by 2030. That's why I'm excited to learn from their Chief Sustainability Officer and understand how they plan to tackle this complicated issue.
One of the things that we have been looking at for some time now is coffee brewing, and how do we make that much more efficient, both in terms of the energy and the water that it uses.
Michael Kabori joined Starbucks to help the company reach its goal of being resource positive by 2030.
There's two big challenges. The first is that recycling and composting in the United States is actually done at a municipal level. It's not done nationwide. So basically, every city or town has a different set of capabilities to recycle or reuse or compost the cup. And one of the things that we've done is we've supported a innovation fund that is working to improve that waste infrastructure across the country.
Starbucks is working on several ways to make single-use cups a thing of the past.
The second big challenge that we face is consumer behavior. One of the missions is to eliminate the disposable cup. There are three ways that we think about how we could do that. The first thing you can do is to use a for hereware, as we call it, or the mug that we'll provide you. The second thing you can do is bring in your own cup. And the last thing that you can do is we are developing a reuse a cup system. We call it borrow a cup, where every time you come to a Starbucks, you get your beverage in this reusable cup, you pay $1 deposit, and then when you're finished, you return it, you get your $1 deposit back. So we're just testing this right now, but I'm very excited about the test because these are the ways that we'll be able to eliminate the disposable cup.
Their Borrow a Cup system is currently being tested in 5 stores in Seattle. One Borrow a Cup can be reused 30 times, so 3 reusable cups can save 100 paper cups. And each Borrow a Cup can be recycled.
Through this system, we want to replace our single-use cups with reusable cups and a circular system that doesn't consume any additional natural resources from the planet.
Starbucks is leveraging technology and even partnering with competitors to achieve this goal.
We're sharing what we're learning with our competitors, with universities, anyone else who might be interested, so they can take what we've discovered, what we've innovated, and make it better.
Now that we've covered the cups that hold your lattes and teas, let's get into the food. Starbucks offers a menu with plant-based options.
We have introduced a number of alternative milks to help reduce your water and carbon footprint. We've introduced more plant-based menu options, which customers want. Also helps to reduce carbon and water impact.
From the coffee farms to your morning mug, a sustainable production chain is super important for the future of coffee in places like Guatemala and Mexico.
What are Starbucks' commitments to cutting down on water use and making sure that that part of the store is more sustainable?
When you pick the coffee cherry and then you process it, that requires water processing. Within our supply chain, we have identified water-efficient equipment for that processing that can literally reduce the amount of water used in coffee processing by 80%.
For the Starbucks customer out there, what is one small step that they can take to help reduce their waste?
So the simple thing that any customer can do is don't ask for extra things. Don't ask for a straw. Don't ask for an extra cup sleeve if you don't need it. And once we reintroduce the personal cup, bring in your own cup to Starbucks when you want to get a cup of coffee.
As we continue to hold coffee companies accountable for their sustainability practices, we, the customers, have to hold ourselves accountable as well. That could be something as simple as owning a reusable coffee mug or composting with coffee grounds. In a perfect world, paper cups and plastic lids will disappear. In Starbucks world, they're hoping to be halfway there by 2030. That's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, check out our episode on the future of coffee farming. Bye.